Hello, Sagittarius. This is your April 1st, April 15th, 2017 read. For the main read, I'm using the Morgan Guru Tarot. Here's the beat up box that I finally found. It's by Bill Greer, Lloyd Morgan, but there's also a Paul Foster Case and Arthur Edward Waite. Must be kind of like that. Do I have the Rider-Waite deck? I don't know if I have that one, but there's that. I don't know why I'm spending my life showing you that box, but hey, why not? Alright, and for the support cards on your reading, the deck that kind of pulled forward was The Secret Language of Color by Ina Segal. I got like 5 decks that just kind of hang out on my table here. And I usually just go with whatever kind of calls to me. That's kind of how I do it. Excuse me. I've had those come up together before. We done? No. That purple wanted to come out too. Okay. Okay. So, when we start, ooh, there's a double card there. I did not realize it until just now. All right, so your overall energy is gray, which on this card it says, learn to scan your body. That's not usually what gray means to me. I'm kind of feeling like you're not really feeling motivated and you're not really happy. Well, I shouldn't say you're unhappy. I kind of feel like a little lack or stagnation, a little depression going on there. That's where I feel like we're starting from. This seems to linger through this time, which is interesting because I feel like there's a lack of action. There's something you want to happen, and there's a lack of action to it. The Knight of Rods is the card that's on top of this for your overall energy. And I feel like it's the lack of action that's kind of bumming you out. And you feel like it should be, and you're ready to do things, you're ready to go forward, but the action is not happening for you the way you want it to. Right below that you have the Strength card, which I didn't see at first, so it must have just popped out with it. I feel like you're trying to hold back your emotions a little. You're trying to hold yourself back from taking over. And as we go through the reading, we'll probably figure out why. But right now, I feel like part of the reason for the lack of action is because you've decided you can't be the driving force in this situation. Although you'd like to be. But you feel like you have to hold yourself back, which is causing lack of action in the whole situation, and I don't feel like you like that. And it's kind of bumming you out because you're like, this could go better, but if I do that, it's going to go wonky. Wonky's my word lately. Sorry. Now, as with color cards, I always read them the way I want to, but I'll tell you what they say on the bottom. You have Aqua, experience peace and calm, and you have Coral, allow flow and synchronicity into your life. Coral, this card always looks fun to me in some respect or another. I feel like this is a very warm, inviting, cushiony, comforting card. And the Aqua, I feel like it's cooled down. Like it's very like therapeutic, calm, not really doing much, just kind of floating there. Good time. And the World is right on top of it, which makes me feel like you're enjoying time with someone. Not much is happening. You're just kind of hanging out. You're just enjoying being around them. It's not really, nothing's happening. I don't feel like anything's like happening. It's just you're around them and you're with them. You're thankful to be with them. But you're also feeling like you can't express how you feel, or you can't get things like you'd like to do things with them, but it's just not happening. I'm getting in some situations the other person is kind of ill in some sense. Either they're laid up or they have some type of disease that's kind of holding them back. They might have some type of debilitating disease where it's just not going to happen no matter how much you want it to, and that's part of the depression because maybe there's nothing you can do and you want to. Okay. But you're still there for them. Whatever that takes, you're still there for them. But you're thankful that they're there, and you're thankful to be with them, and I feel like that's where the world energy is coming in. Because you're realizing that something is changing here, and you're just thankful that they're there for now. Now, you want to do stuff for them, and whatever it is, I feel like you're putting out the energy where you'll do whatever you need to do. I feel like you being there is very healing for you and for them. I'm getting like a leaving the picture feel here, which is a general read, so they can't be happening for everybody. For someone out there, I do feel like somebody's leaving the picture, and that's probably another reason why it's kind of sad at this point, because something has come to a close. A relationship has come to its final steps, final stages. And the end part here has been very healing and therapeutic, but it's very hard and very sad at the same time. And you're building a lot of strength here. This is kind of why you're holding yourself together. Now, being a general read, it can't be. I just don't believe it can be that way for everybody. For some of you, I feel like if it's not physically they're leaving life, I feel like something is changing, and their role in your life is changing. There's still a change here. I feel like it's a healing change. The relationship is changing. I don't feel like you want it to. I feel like it's going to. And you're just, you're thankful to be with them as long as you are, but you know that this relationship is changing. For whatever reason, it needs to change. Now you have like a little interesting situation going here. Near the end here, you have the middle card, which is Lemon, which says innovative thinking, access innovative thinking. That's how Inez Segal has labeled it, which is great. For me, I feel like you're just trying to stay in a dignified state, and you're just trying to honor what you really want to do, but very dignified and like just trying to stay with your God center, do what you want to do, and be the person you need to be, while considering others at the same time. And you're purposely like you're overextending yourself, like you're letting things go, or you're not willing to argue. Whatever it takes to get along, you're kind of in that mindset at this point, which is interesting because this is the time of Aries. I have some Aries in my chart. Aries likes to be very fun-loving, but Aries typically won't suffer an idiot. They will tell people what they think, unless they really care about that person and feel they can't handle it. And it's for no good. It's not going to have any good effect. They will hold back. And I feel like that's kind of what you're connecting into. Like it's not going to have any good to push things or have an over-excited feel about it, so you're holding it back. I feel like the other side is letting go of the situation. They're really like moving on in some sense. I feel like this is letting go, and this is on their side. They're letting go. I feel like they're letting go, and the situation is going a direction you don't really want, but it's going forward one way or the other. I feel like the situation is kind of coming to a close. At the very least, your involvement in it is. I don't feel it's to your liking, though. When the Chariot is upside down in this situation, I feel like it's in your best interest for how this works out. I just don't really think you care for the way it works out. It's kind of feeling like kind of like a spider feel, like if unless you like spiders, but like kind of a spider crawling on your skin. You're like, ugh, just get off me. Like one of those things. Like I just rather not. It's kind of like how your reaction to how this turns out. You're like, I don't like how that worked out. I don't like that. This is an interesting read because it's all centered around you standing your ground, but doing what you feel is the right thing. And I feel like you're very accommodating because you don't feel arguing will have any positive effect. It'll just be for nothing. It'll give you stress and it won't make anything better. So you're just skipping it. No arguments, not worth it. I do feel like that bothers you though. And it kind of makes you a little depressed because you'd like to express how you feel and be more free to do that, but you don't feel like you are. Okay. Now, I'm thinking this whole situation here, I feel like it's just kind of like out of your control in a sense. Like I feel like you're doing your best to just enjoy the time while it's there. I do feel like you're gonna mask your feelings a bit through this situation. But again, it comes through the reason you're doing that. Expressing how you feel has no good effect and just brings you stress. So you're not gonna bother. Not to be mean, you're not doing it to be mean, you're just like, me expressing how I feel right now, that's not gonna be received well. Not only is it not gonna be received well, it's not gonna push anything into a better perspective for me. It's not gonna help me. It's not going to help them. It's certainly not going to help them because they're not open to it. So why bring that stress on myself when it's not going to help? I think I've kind of come to the end of it. I'm not really getting any more information coming through here. So hopefully that helped. You are getting stronger through it. You're doing what you need to do. I feel like there's a really... Like, it's good for you in a sense of, like, standing your ground. Almost like building your resilience a little bit. I think the more prominent reason for this information to come through is to realize where it's going. That I feel like you've done everything you can do or anything you could do, you would have done. But the situation's still playing out the way it's playing out. And it's almost like just acknowledging the situation, and you're rolling it like I feel like you're bending over backwards to keep your emotions to yourself, which is just showing how much resolve you have. Okay, that's the reading for April 1st to 15th. Thank you for watching. If you'd like a direct read from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. James, the number 4, astral@gmail.com. Thank you.